Hello guys, today I will be giving you a complete summary on what had happened with Lazer, Sky, and myself. If you are completely unaware with what had happened with Lazer, this is the summary. What had happened is Lazer1785 had uploaded a video on a technique with using the vertical ore launcher. In the video he had used a floating item bug, which he had taught people how to do. And disclaimer, as I do say later on in the video, I did not teach him this fucking platform bug. I have to say this so many times to so many people because I got attacked. I had literally been attacked on this thing. Everyone completely points the finger at me whenever Lazer discovers a bug, because that is that's everyone's go-to. If you are not known, basically, in Miners Haven Genesis, the Discord for Miners Haven, the unofficial one, run by Foxy, Bariza, and Talon, basically, summary, the reason that people point fingers at me because of that is, in Genesis, a lot of people say that I apparently quote-unquote simp over him and tell him insider information, which is completely false. I must give this disclaimer very briefly because it will be very important later on in the video. Anyway, basically, he had uploaded a video on this platform bug later on in his video, which had caused the main area of issue. And because of that, it got an innocent person banned, a lot of outroar in the Miners Haven chat, which is completely unwarranted and unneeded, and if you were participating in the Miners Haven shout of harassing Lazer, me, Aaron, or Sky, you are completely in the wrong and should just stop. There's no reason for Lazer to be attacked. He is completely not, there's no attack needed at Lazer, because it's not needed. Anyway, once all of this happened, once the video got uploaded, Foxy wasn't very happy, and his first action was banning a user named W5RS, which was my friend, my developer, and what had happened is it appeared in the video for approximately 2.5 seconds, and that had gotten banned, which is completely, utterly ridiculous. He got banned for appearing inside of a Lazer video. How ridiculous is that? It is completely unwarranted and unneeded to ban someone for appearing inside of a video. Of course, Foxy did learn from his mistake and unbanned him because he was completely heated and he did not know what he was doing. He did admit this inside of Sky's comment, which would be on the screen right now. Anyway, back to it. In this video, I will be giving my situation on everything. On what my take was, on what I did, what I was a part of, and a lot of other issues which will be needed. I have Sky's interview later on in the video, in Lazer's opinion and his side on the entire situation. Please do not send hate to Lazer or Sky, because it's completely unneeded and unwarranted. Anyway, on my side of the situation we'll go from the beginning. Me and Lazer are good friends, you know, we're not best of friends, we're just friends. He calls me every once in a while, also we'll just play Miners Haven, that's it. And one day, I told him that, you know, Mastermind is selling a vertical ore launcher, which you can have fun with, mess around and stuff, and make a tower of blasters. I told him that specifically. I didn't say use any bugs. I just said you can probably make a tower, which he did, and then he developed a floating item bug into it, which I was not aware of. Anyway, so I had told him this information, that you can buy the vertical ore launcher and probably make a tower. I let him use my base, mainly because I have enough platforms, but he does not. So I give him base permissions, and he wanted to record a video on this tower. I said, go ahead, just blur my name out, mainly because I know that Genesis in the public would cry, piss, and just get very pissy at me for even appearing in his video and letting him using my base, which is completely ridiculous and unwarranted. So I give him my base, I hide inside of a wall just so I'm not in the way, and I go AFK. Once I go AFK, he records his video, I come back about 10 minutes later, and then he edits his video, and then it gets published. After that, that's when I depart, I go off to, talk to my partner, my friends, and that's that. So after this happens, Lazer DMs me, telling me completely what the fuck is happening. This isn't good. I'm completely confused. I go to check Genesis, my Discord, and I try to see what exactly is happening. I find out that everyone is completely screaming at Lazer for no reason. Because he uses a bug. Bugs are bugs, they get fixed. Stop crying about them. Obviously, not good to upload a tutorial on it. However, there's no need to send him hate. Literally no need to send him hate. So that is, my side on what I had partaken on the video side of, the Lazer issue. That's what happened with me in what I did. I just gave him base permissions, do what he did. That's that. The reason it blew up with hate in all sorts is mainly because of the bug, or even just because Lazer uploaded a video. I need to tell you, if you have sent hate to him for no reason, I am gonna ask you to stop. If you're a subscriber of mine and you do this, I'm completely disappointed. I'm disappointed in the fact that people in Miners Haven go to this. It's not needed. Sky, he admits to. He did a stream and had Lazer gone with a bunch of crab emojis in his stream title. He explains that there is no need for Lazer to get hate and it is unwarranted. I don't fully agree what Sky did. He did a stream, said he was gone, bashed him a couple of times. I just don't really agree with what he did, and we do have an interview coming later on in the video, and it's going to be timestamped on the screen if you want to skip to that and not skip to Lazer, because some people just don't like Lazer, but I do recommend listening to what Lazer had his side and what he had said. I want to quickly explain the Miners Haven shout. It's completely screwed, and we need moderators to moderate. Basically, if you are living under a cave or have Miners Haven shouts disabled, they're pretty much filled with Lazer, and a bunch of hate. The reason is because people don't like Lazer and they think, oh, I'm gonna spend a couple of UC, a couple of my a couple of my crystals just to scream and try and make him feel bad. Lazer said this to himself, that it doesn't affect him and you're just wasting your time and other people's time. You're not wasting his time because he really doesn't care. He doesn't care what your opinion is and that you don't like him. If you don't like him, he doesn't care. That's your opinion. He doesn't care. The fact that you're trying to send him hate, which is completely unneeded, it's not warranted, it's not needed, it's not needed, it's not fucking needed. That's Miners Haven shouts. And the public shouts, people need to grow up in Miners Haven. People need to grow up and just act a bit more mature. The state of Miners Haven is completely, it's radical. People are way too toxic. It's ridiculous. I'm completely disappointed in the state of Miners Haven in the community, mainly because it's toxic. I want to say this, on Sky's stream, he actually got DDoSed from someone who played Miners Haven because he made fun of Lazer. It's not Lazer's fault. I want to fully say this, it's not Lazer's fault. It's just someone who was a fan of Lazer and took it a bit too seriously. DDoSed Sky's stream, which is completely unneeded. Yes, Sky did some things wrong, which it wasn't needed. However, no need to DDoS his entire stream because you didn't like him and you didn't like what he did. Anyway, that is my side of the entire spectrum of the shit show of Miners Haven right now. We're gonna move on to Lazer's opinion, and then we're gonna move to Sky's opinion. Anyway, here is Lazer's side. Here's his short interview. Right, Lazer, how did the whole of it, like all of the drama with your video start off?
Yeah, with the Midas Blaster video
Yes.
setup thing. Honestly, the technique, I don't want to defend it, but the technique was good, and the flying glitch was actually a side product of what I figured out with the Midas Blaster. Like, the main thing was that in the morning I woke up, I was in a call with you, remember?
Yeah.
And yeah, you told me about the item. What was it called again? The
The vertical ore launcher.
Yeah, the vertical ore launcher, and tell me exactly what you told me.
I told you it's being sold in the Mastermind, and it basically it launches ores vertically at a big speed.
Yeah, and a big speed and infinity, right? Like
Yeah.
it keeps launching them forever.
Mhm.
So I thought this could be pretty good if I place it like at the end of my Midas blasters in my current setup, and maybe I can use like a couple more Midas blasters than above it, and then get it to the furnace. But unfortunately enough, that didn't work out properly because the 3 seconds of the void drive already passed. So I started working on just shooting the ores straight up right after the void drive, and then placing a lot of Midas blasters. It did work, but yeah, it did work. But the thing was, I couldn't like catch the ore after that. So the flying teleporter, it doesn't go that high, you know. Um, so I could, there was no way to catch the ore. So I remember like someone told me that you could make items fly, and tested a couple times. It did work, but I never actually found any use for that glitch. It was never useful for me in any way, because you know the items that have to fly can already fly, like the gear work items, you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, because
yeah,
they
so
can only
like
go
the
a certain
UFOs,
height.
they can already fly, so there's no like real use for the flying item glitch. But this was actually the first time there was. So that's how the first, it was actually the teleporter. I placed the teleporter into the sky high with the place glitch. But the thing was like yeah, the teleporter thing was that the ore still had the gravity on it, and yeah, it was just like a pain to just get the ore then out of that its gravity and into the furnace. And you had to keep in mind only 3 seconds, so most of the ores would already die. So then I tried the furnace instead, and furnaces that got like this hitbox from the under them can also get ores in them from below. So that's how I placed those furnaces over there, and it actually did work. But the problem now was that I did have a lot of Midas blasters, but unfortunately not enough platforms. So that's where you came in again.
Yeah,
Um,
gave it.
remember when I called you again?
Yeah, I gave you access to the base so you can continue with your video, and then I went AFK, let you build, do your thing, and that's when everything like began. You know.
I don't know where you went after that, but I tested. It worked. I started recording the video, and it all actually worked out pretty well. And that's where actually the glitch came in as a side product of the Midas Blast. It was not its main purpose, and I also never had as purpose, let's to think like, oh wow, you know, I found a glitch, let's ruin the game. Well, I didn't even find it, someone else told me about it. So I never even had us as purpose, let's upload a glitch today that will completely ruin the game. I thought, you know, this is a pretty cool way to use more Midas blasters in your setup with a pretty neat trick, right? So yeah, that was pretty much it. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Another question is, why do you think people initially got mad at the video?
I think like I think just time just changed. I honestly am not entirely sure, because I always used to upload glitches a lot, as you remember, of all kinds of games, Pet Simulator, Miner's Haven, like all kinds of games.
Yeah, your channel was completely based around bugs and glitches.
Well, not
Not entirely based, but it had, you know, that here and there.
um but yeah, I think things just changed in the time I was gone. Yeah, I think things just changed in the time I was gone, because back in the days when I uploaded a glitch, Baressa would stream on the Saturday or on a Friday or whatever, and on the stream he would like patch the glitch live with like a simple fix, something that will like break the item or something, and then later on he would like bring out a bigger patch that would like actually fix the glitch, and it was all okay. We were all Gucci, and sometimes items got removed like that you duped and something like that. But I want to say this. A lot of people have been saying I got banned. I never got banned, people. I never got banned on Miners Haven. So I don't know where this wool story that I got banned came from. I did get banned on Baressa's Discord a long time ago, but that's a whole different story. But that's not because I was like insulting people. It's a whole different story on its own. But I never got banned on Miners Haven. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, I want to address that because I saw in Skies, which we'll be having an interview from him, earlier in the next like later on the video, that he live streamed saying that you're finally gone, but you're not. You're still here playing Miners Haven and going to be uploading videos, I assume.
Yeah, that's also a thing I want to address to all the people that are hating on me. Like, honestly, I don't know any of those haters, guy. Like, they don't know me. I don't know them. I never talk to them, especially about Sky because he's making videos. I just want to say that it's like I never even spoken to that person, never talked to him ever. I've never been in contact with him. I've never even mentioned him or anything like that. So I don't know why I don't know what his problem is. It's like yeah, it's so weird. It's like kindergarten. Oh well, but he said that he did, so you're not a nice. It's come on, grow up, please, grow up a bit. People like you gotta pay UC to shout, so it's not like free. Would you in real life buy a bus ticket to go to like another neighborhood just to say to someone at their house, knock at their house, and say, "Dude, you know what? You really suck." No, you wouldn't do that, would you? Honestly.
That's a good point. It's in the right in the same question I was about to ask you, like what you think about the shots in Miners Haven, because there's a lot of toxicity, a lot of people saying that you're going to be banned, a lot of people hating. Just because you're back to Miners Haven, people are they're complaining that the game's getting worse, but just because you're here doing your own thing, they're being more toxic and creating Miners Haven being more toxic.
I know, but I like if people hate me, that's fine. I couldn't care less because I don't know them in real life. They don't like I don't see them any ever again. I don't even ever saw them. I'm not gonna ever see them in real life. So I don't care if people hate me. That's completely fine. That's their right. They can dislike people. That's okay. But ask yourself, like, why would you waste you see just to say you don't like someone? Because how will that help you or like anyone else in any way? Wouldn't it be more useful to use your C, if you see someone you like shouting just to respond or to help someone or just buy premium items or boxes or something like that? Is that not more useful than like I, I don't see any benefit of shouting hate. Don't get me wrong. Feel free to do so. Like I couldn't care less if you did so, because I don't know you and I don't even want to know you because yeah. But I just don't get it, and I think I will never get it.
So when pretty much from the beginning of the upload to you having to remove it from Talon, how did this like affect you? Like entirely.
Like in like me as a person or
In as a person, and if you felt like you've done something wrong, or if you've fought back on something.
No, not like I knew I made a mistake, not like did something wrong because I did the exact same thing a lot of times and like even worse, like a flying item. It's not even that bad. I uploaded dupe glitches and stuff like that, like way worse things. Um, but like I knew I made a mistake, because of how the community reacted. And also in like I was already like expecting a ban or like a data reset or something like that, but it didn't. Like in the past it would really bother me because yeah, I don't get me wrong, I still love to play Miners Haven a lot because of all the creativity you can do in it. um but nowadays I got also other stuff. I go to college, I got a real job in the real world out there, and it's like I also got a lot of other like more grown up stuff in the world out there. So I love to play Miners Haven because of the creativity it gives me. But if it's not there anymore, it's not that I'm like gonna go in a deep hole or something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's most of it. Like the everything's covered on your side. Do you think like you were like big and popular and like you were mainly the go-to person in 2017 to 2016 Miners Haven, and from then times have changed dramatically. Don't do you agree?
You mean after 2018, right? Like when Miners Haven
Yeah,
died.
yeah, pretty much.
Miners
When
Haven died in 2018. Yeah.
yeah, Foxy took over in 2019, so did Talon, and from then, back in, before, like 2018 and before, it was a lot less strict. Do you agree? Because of Breezer not
Wait,
wanting.
wait. Can you repeat that? You cut out for a second over there.
Okay. So, back 2018 and before, do you think it was a lot less strict because of Breezer not really caring too much, or is it just because he was a lot laid back than Foxy or Talon nowadays on bugs and glitches?
I think it's not because he like didn't care, but he like look at it differently. He like, yeah, he just he looked at things differently. It was more like, I don't know, more loose with stuff. Like you have people at school that are really like, they're doing their homework, they're learning, they're like pop going for it, and you have people like, no, it's gonna be alright, let's go drink a beer, and we're gonna learn after or the day before the test, everything will be right, and they get the B or the C, but no, still fine. But I think Perez was more loose. Like I don't have the feeling he didn't care, but he was like more loose about it.
Yeah. Uh, I'm pretty sure that's, pretty much everything covered, to be honest. That's like, this is your side on the entire, drama of everything. I'm gonna have Sky's opinion and what he thinks of it, and I'm also gonna have my input at the end of the video to show on my side, because I'm not the person like everyone else in Miners Haven who thinks, oh, everyone hates this one person because they do something that others don't like. I'm just gonna join the crowd and, start a hate group. Um, I talk to you mainly because you're actually a decent person to talk to, and so does Mysterious. He has the same opinion. He said in his other video about addressing more Miners Haven issues, including what happened with you, that shit, fuck,
Well, you can cut this part out, right?
yeah, addressing issues that people have against you, but have against you as your content and not as a person, because they don't really talk to you at a one-to-one scale. Because recently we've been in VCs, just chilling, talking, and I know you not for your content and what you make, but more or less for what you do personally, and not just based off your videos. And
Yeah, that's also a thing. Because I upload glitch, it doesn't mean I want to like destroy games or something. I just want to like explore the maximum, like the outsides of the game, like what is possible. Not because like how can I destroy the game, but what is possible.
And I hope people do eventually learn that they shouldn't have a based opinion on your content, but a biased opinion on who you are as an actual person. If you're a, if you're, a twat, if you're a decent person or not, if you kill cats or whatever, like a crazy lady.
Okay.
But people need to, you know, need to realize to not just go on an opinion and join crowds just because others think so. And if one person has an opinion, other people will decide to leech on their opinion because they feel like they're in a certain type of group, is what I've
Yeah,
seen. Because once
that
one
that's
person,
also
one
that's also one. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go on.
because when one person starts shouting about you in Miners Haven shouts, it starts complaining, it starts roasting you, then others will say, "Oh, they're doing it. Let's have an input," but they're only doing that just so they can have their input, which is completely meaningless.
Yes, that's also what I want to say to Sky. You never talk to me. Like we never even spoke. I don't know you. You don't know me. We were never involved in anything whatsoever anywhere in Miners Haven or anywhere on Discord or anywhere else. So like, it's kind of weird that you just like give like such a weird opinion about someone you don't even know, um, without even being involved in the whole matter. So like, that's what I want to know. What like what brought you to do such a weird thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna ask him later in the video, next segment, of why he did what he did and his opinion on everything and opinions about you, because I'm very curious. A lot of other people are very curious on why, because I see as there was no reason for him to do what he did on his stream, and he's like saying that, oh, you're gone, but you're not actually gone, you're still here. It's just one little mistake on a video, and times have changed, and some people don't instantly develop, or they don't want to change because they like the old style of Miners Haven and how it ran, or they might have just not developed to it yet with the new moderation. So I don't think that they've realized that you might not just think that you might want to keep on doing what you're doing just because of shit piss and cum and funny comments and just haha big funny, more or less than actually trying to actually like known to what to do and what not to do and what's right and what's wrong, when making videos, because it might be a mistake, it might not.
Yes, that. Yeah, I just make things because I like to do them. I don't think in front like should I do it, could I do it. I just do things that I like to do. I stream because I like to do something. I never think should I maybe not do this because that's the thing on YouTube and Roblox. It's like I just do things I like to do. It's not like a job that you gotta think like, maybe my boss is not gonna like it, maybe the customer's not gonna like it, etc., etc., etc. I just do things that I like to do,
Yeah,
and sometimes like this time it came out a bit wrong.
I yeah, I completely agree. It's just because some people may have not realized that you're not very known of the new moderation, and or they might have just not liked your old content. But I think people
Or
just need,
maybe both.
yeah, maybe a bit of both.
Bit
But
of
they
both.
need to realize that joining a hate group is completely useless. It's not going to get anyone anywhere. It's just going to waste people's time. And not even your time, because as you said, you're not really affected by this. So
Yeah, it's not even wasting my time. And people also, when you shout, it's not like I'm not bothered by it. You can shout if you want to make me feel bad. It's not by shouting. Because I don't care what online people say whatsoever. Keep in mind, you are I don't know you. So if you shout bad things, I learned to filter that automatically out and like not to be bothered by it in all those years. But you do waste your time and you do promote me because every time you shout my name, people that are new to the game will be like, "Wait, who is Lazer?" And they will like actually search me up. So keep in mind that you're promoting me. Like my professor once said on college, there's one thing worse than no promotion. No, yeah, there's one thing worse than bad promotion, and that is no promotion. So you can better have bad promotion than no promotion, because if you have bad promotion, at least you're known. With no promotion, you're not known. So keep that in mind. That with every time you shout my name, even if it's with hate, you're giving free advertisement to me.
yeah, that's a really good point. I think this is concluded for, your side. Do you have anything else to say before we wrap it up?
No, I think I pretty much said everything.
All right, that's sweet. 21-minute video, just on your just on your opinion. And your
21?
side. Yep, 21 minutes of, one-in-one talking just on the actual issue. That has to be cut down into maybe
Yeah,
10-minute
I mean,
part. His side, and what he did, and and a bunch of questions that you should listen to. All right, so I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. The first question is, how did you get involved in the entire Lazer situation? Because I know that you were, you did that live stream and you seen Lazer was gone, and you did say a couple of things about him. How did you get involved entirely?
It was mostly just I made my title "Lazer is Gone" and then crab emojis as a joke because I thought it was pretty funny. And then I was talking about the situation. That was pretty much my entire involvement with it. I just thought it was funny and was putting a joke in the title.
What do you have anything against Lazer?
As a person, no, but I don't like his content.
So,
I don't know him as a person. I can't say anything on that. From the people who know him, like you and Mist and all of you guys say he's a good person behind the scenes. So I have no comments on that, and I wish the best for him as a person. But content-wise, I don't like what he does.
all right. So, yeah, making a joke in the title, like, why did it, why did you get involved and how did it continue?
There wasn't really too much to it. The main reason that I ended up getting more involved, making like a video on the whole thing, was just because of how Foxy handled the situation. The title thing, I just made that title as a joke. 'Cause I thought the situation was kind of funny. I was just talking about it. I also got DDoS on the stream, which was funny to me as well. One of his fans went and DDoS the stream.
Oh, wow. About the shouts, the minus haven shouts. Obviously, if you look at minus haven shouts, there was occasionally Lazer here, Lazer there, comments about him, and how do you feel about the shouts, and do you think you had any participation on having people from your stream continue in the shouts by like insulting him and trying to make fun of him?
Well, I don't condone any of the shouts. Like I said, I don't have any problems with him as a person. I don't think people should be like harassing him or attacking him. I hope I didn't have any involvement with the shouts. If people were shouting because of me, it wasn't because I was like sending them to go harass him or anything. I don't think he deserves any of that.
How did you feel about it when it was like happening? When you saw those those comments about him, how did you feel?
Well, like in the shouts and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them seemed like they were constructive, but a lot of them were just people harassing him, and most of that stuff is just like it just makes you look worse than Lazer in that situation.
Why did you think people really got mad at him from the beginning of the video that he uploaded?
Well, I mean, people were mad at Lazer because a lot of people just don't like Lazer in the first place. He's like known to do this. He did it again after coming back after like 6 months or however long off of YouTube. People are already like, a lot of people are already like geared to hate him. So when he did something that just confirmed that, they just took it and ran with it, I think. Because he already was like one of the more hated members of the community from what he's done in the past. A lot of people like him, but a lot of people have issues with him. So when he did something else that made him look bad, people jumped on it.
How do you feel about him using glitch in his title?
Did he put glitch in the title?
Yeah.
That just makes things a little bit worse on him. I mean, it's like, here's the thing. Lazer knew what he was doing when he made that video. I'm pretty sure he knew what he was doing. And I do think it's on him that he didn't know if it was like bannable or whatever.
Like, another thing is, after the video got uploaded, Lazer was mainly getting a lot of the hate. I got attacked in Genesis, in Minus Haven shouts numerous amount of times just for him letting him use my base, and because of that, I wasn't completely known of the glitch use, which was very minimal. It showed how to use a floating item, which I have to say that I did not tell him because he was already known of numerous amount of glitches on floating items, and because of this, people still think that I told him this glitch, and the reason I was blurred out the video is because I don't want to get found out that I'm doing any of this, feeding him information that he shouldn't be knowing, but the fact that I just didn't want to be associated in the video because I already knew it was going to cause shit on my end, as it already has. With that, Aaron, which is known as WR5S, he got banned for even being appeared for 2 seconds inside of the video. How do you feel about that?
I mean, first of all, you getting hate was unwarranted. Like I said, even Lazer getting hate and harassment was unwarranted. You definitely didn't deserve any of it. You had very minimal involvement. Same with WR5S. And also, the fact that WR5S, who appeared in the video and was assumed to be the base owner, the fact that they got banned pretty much on the spot and Lazer got nothing.
Yeah.
That was like one of the most absurd parts of the situation to me, was that them, who ended up not even being the base owner, which I didn't know at first, they got banned for appearing in the video, but Lazer didn't. That was a little bit ridiculous. That was like the main reason I ended up making my video on it, because I was just like, what the hell are you doing, Foxy?
I got shown a comment by Foxy in your video. It was what Foxy has a statement, and he told you how he dealt about bans, and he also mentioned W5RS. He said, banning WR, who was in the video before doing anything to Lazer, perhaps was the mistake on my part. In the moment, I was certainly set on banning Lazer, and if the video was not taken down later in the day. How did you exactly feel about that? Because he even said he was going to just flat out ban everyone involved in that one video. Lazer, it's a bit understandable since he is teaching how to do the glitch. However, it did get deleted, and he isn't purely always known on what's right and wrong in the modern day of, Miners Haven. And I could have been banned. Aaron did get banned, but now it is unbanned. How do you feel about how Foxy took it? Because he just flat out banned them without really much, there was no big reason for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw his response. Actually, I responded to it in a comment if you want my response from then.
Yeah, sure.
I can try and paraphrase what I said, try and remember, because it was pretty much, I saw his response and he basically just said, "Hey, everything you said in the video, yeah, we did that. That's what happened." So it's like, It's like I looked at it and I kind of understand his reasoning from it, but it's still, the moderation is still just way too inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the way he handled the situation was still pretty bad. I don't think YouTubers should be given a free pass necessarily. I understand the reasoning for it, but I feel like it's a little bit too much to just, if someone has subscribers, be like, hey, you're fine. And even then, even with YouTubers, it's not entirely consistent because Mr. Roblox got banned for a week for showing a platform dupe.
Yeah.
So it's not even consistent for YouTubers what happens to them.
Do
So I
you
don't know.
have any comments on the entire situation as a whole, from, people getting banned for no reason, or for Lazer doing what he does, or just anything in general?
It was just kind of a mess all around. Lazer shouldn't have made the video. He should have probably been punished. Foxy didn't handle it well. The community didn't handle it too well.
Do you
I
think
probably didn't handle it very well.
there would be any placement for a change in moderation or for how bans are handled?
I mean, Foxy already said in the comment that he would look into getting like in-game moderators, and he was gonna work on like a moderation or like a moderator application form.
Yeah.
So that was my big thing, was like I was like championing for a moderation team, like a full dedicated team specifically for the purpose of moderation. Have them with like a set of concrete rules that they can follow and that players have to follow.
Do
So
you
there's more people, there's less bias. It's not just one person or two people making all the calls.
do you think moderation would there would be room for people who may think they can abuse by banning YouTubers or players that they just simply don't like, and hopefully they don't get found out? Do you think that could be a possibility?
What, just like people still unjustly being banned and all that?
Like, let's say there was a application and one person got in and they were, known to be trustworthy. However, they just didn't have they had a stigma against someone as a YouTuber, let's just say Lazer, and they decided to ban them without flat out any good reasons. Do you think that would happen?
Well, I mean, that just depends on how the moderation team is handled. My whole idea with it is that there would be enough people there, and the decisions wouldn't be just up to one person. The way I picture it, one person doesn't have that kind of power to just make that call. And if they do that, first of all, they would probably just get yeeted out of the moderation team. Second of all, my hope with it is that they would have to run the decision by with the other moderators and maybe have like a sort of approval for it or something.
I'm pretty sure this will be it for the interview. Do you have any other comments or anything to say before I wrap it up?
Don't go harassing Lazer or anybody in the situation. Nobody deserves that stuff, even if you feel like they did wrong. Also, Foxy, add a moderation team. I know you're doing it, but do it faster.
Faster. Well, anyways,
That's all.
thank you for giving me a bit of an interview so we can hopefully get this all sorted and hopefully have more people understand exactly what the issue is and everything what's happening.
Yeah, I feel like the situation is mostly past now. It's just gonna come down to if we actually get the moderation team and when we get it and all that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm holding out for.
So anyways, thanks for getting on this interview. We'll wrap it up. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. You guys, please take a lot of notes from this video. Please don't send anyone hate. Just grow up with the fact that Lazer's here. You're not gonna do anything. DDoSing him, insulting him is not gonna do much. It's just gonna, it won't even scratch him because he really doesn't care about people's opinions if they're gonna be hateful. So, if you send hate to Lazer, it's not needed. Please just stop. It's not funny. No one's laughing. No one's chanting you on. The only reason people are actually doing this is because other people are. One person starts, and the rest continue and follow the crowd. Anyways, this is the end of the video. Hopefully you liked what I've pulled out, which it costed me a week of my time. if you can subscribe, that would also help. Share this video to a lot of people because I'd prefer more people to realize that making fun of Lazer isn't gonna help anyone's situation. It's probably just gonna get you banned from Minus Haven shouts and maybe Minus Haven. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and Lazer's channel and Sky's channel is in the description. Thank you for letting them interview them, and yeah. Anyways, guys, see ya.